Namaste. Welcome all of you. This is your 17th lecture in the series of online lectures and you are learning Economic Standard 12 of Maharashtra Board HSC Board. Currently we are learning lesson number 3B, that is elasticity of demand. Okay, and we are learning different methods of measuring price elasticity of demand. But before starting learning price elasticity of demand, let's understand what is law of demand. Okay, because learning or understanding law of demand is the base for learning different methods of measuring price elasticity of demand. So what is law of demand? See, according to Professor Alfred Marshall, other things being equal, higher the price of a commodity, smaller is the quantity demanded, and lower the price of a commodity, larger is the quantity demanded. What does this mean? See, with the increase in the price of a commodity, the quantity demanded decreases. See, as it is shown in this diagram, in this curve, with the increase in the price, quantity demanded decreases. Okay, and with the decrease in the price, quantity demanded increases. This is the basic law of demand which we must understand and we must remember before learning this concept, that is methods of measuring price elasticity of demand. Okay, now we are learning different concepts of elasticity of demand. Okay, see, the term elasticity indicates responsiveness of one variable to a change in other variable. Okay, responsiveness. Elasticity of demand refers to the degree of responsiveness of quantity demanded to a change in its price or any other variable, any other factor. What does this mean? See, what elasticity measures the quantity of responsiveness, okay, or the degree of responsiveness. What is meant by responsiveness? The response, okay, given by whom? Given by the demand, okay, with reference to the response in the change of the price. Okay, that we are going to learn in the concepts of elasticity of demand. Okay, according to Professor Marshall, elasticity of demand is great or small according to the amount demanded, which rises much or little for a given fall in price, and quantity demanded falls much or little for a given rise in price. Okay, see, what is concept of elasticity of demand? It is clear from the above definition that elasticity of demand is a technical term, right, which describes the responsiveness of change in quantity demanded to fall or rise in its price. In other words, it is the ratio of percentage change in quantity demanded of a commodity to a percentage change in its price. Okay, percentage change in the demand of a quantity with reference to the percentage change in its price. Okay, that we are going to learn under concept of elasticity of demand. Okay, we have seen three types of elasticity of demand: income elasticity, cross elasticity, and price elasticity. Okay, and now we are learning methods of measuring price elasticity of demand. Okay, so we are learning price elasticity, so we won't consider the income, complementary goods, and substitute goods are the other factors. Okay, we will only understand the factor, that is price. Okay, see, here it has been shown that with the increase or decrease in the price, what happens with the quantity demanded? Okay, so how price affects in the quantity demanded? Okay, that is called as quantity demanded, how much is the quantity demanded elastic? Okay, that is called as elasticity of quantity demanded with reference to the elasticity in the price or change in the price. Okay, that is called as price elasticity. According to Professor Alfred Marshall, price elasticity of demand is a ratio. Okay, what is meant by ratio? It is a proportionate change in the quantity demanded of a commodity to a given proportionate change in its price. Okay, so how much of quantity demanded changes or varies with the proportionate change in its price? That is called as price elasticity. Okay, what is elasticity? Responsiveness or flexibility. Okay, we have seen it is a flexibility or stretchiness. Okay, how much is the quantity demanded stretchable or how much is the quantity demanded elastic with reference to the change in its price. Okay. So percentage change in quantity. What is the formula for calculating elasticity of demand? It is percentage change in quantity demanded upon percentage change in price. What is price elasticity? According to Professor Alfred Marshall, price elasticity of demand, elasticity, okay, is a ratio or proportionate change in the quantity demanded of a commodity to a given proportionate change in its price. What does this mean? How much is the quantity demanded flexible or how much is the quantity demanded stretchable with the given change in price? Okay, that is called as elasticity. Okay, how much is the quantity demanded elastic, stretchable, flexible with the change in its price? That we are going to learn under price elasticity. Okay, and what is the formula of calculating price elasticity? What is the formula of calculating elasticity of demand? It is elasticity of demand is equal to percentage change in quantity demanded upon percentage change in price. Okay, so how it is symbolically shown? Elasticity of demand is equal to percentage change in quantity divided by percentage change in price. Okay, see, elasticity of demand is equal to percentage change in quantity upon percentage change in price. Then the denominator, that is percentage change in price, that is percentage change is shown in triangle. Okay, that is delta. Okay, delta P means change in price. Okay, upon price, change in price upon price is equal to percentage change in price. Okay, and how do we solve the mathematical problems? See, whatever is the denominator, we always make it a by cross multiplication rule, we take it as a numerator. Okay, so to simplify this, see, what is the denominator? Percentage change in price. Okay, so we take it as take it to the, that is delta P upon P. Okay, so cross multiplication we take it as P upon delta P. Okay, this percentage change in quantity demanded will remain as it is because it is a numerator. Okay, so what is the formula of calculating elasticity of demand? It is delta Q upon Q, that is percentage change in quantity demanded, into P upon delta P. Okay, what is Q? Q is the original quantity demanded, and what is delta Q? Delta means difference. Okay, so difference between the new quantity and original quantity demanded. P is the price. Okay, original price. And what is delta P? Delta P is the difference between the price, new price, and the original price. Okay, see, here it has been shown. See, with the change in the price, how much is the change in the quantity takes place? Okay, how much is the demand for the quantity flexible with the change, flexible with the change in the price? Okay, see, there are three methods of measuring price elasticity of demand, that is ratio or percentage method first, second is total expenditure method, and third is point method or geometric method. Okay, today we are going to see first two methods, that is ratio or percentage method and total expenditure method. Okay, what is ratio or percentage method? See, meaning is hidden in the word ratio itself. What is ratio? See, ratio method is developed by Professor Alfred Marshall. Okay, according to this method, elasticity of demand is measured. How it is measured? By dividing the percentage change in quantity demanded with the percentage change in price. Okay, so percentage method is also known as arithmetic method. Okay, because we use the formula of multiplication and division. That's why it is called as an arithmetic method. Okay, ratio or percentage method. This is also a popular method. Okay, what is the formula? How price elasticity is measured by the ratio or percentage method? That is, elasticity of demand is equal to percentage change in quantity demanded upon percentage change in price. Okay, so what is percentage change in quantity demanded? That is percentage change in quantity demanded is percentage delta Q upon percentage change in price, that is percentage delta P. Okay, so mathematically the formula can also be presented as what is percentage change in quantity demanded, that is delta Q upon Q, and percentage change in price, that is delta P upon T, that is divided. Okay, so by with the rule of mathematics, denominator is always cross multiplied. Okay, so what is the formula of elasticity of demand? That is delta Q upon Q, that is percentage change in quantity demanded, into P upon delta P. Okay, now see, for understanding this concept, this simple numerical example has been given. Okay, now see, in this table, what is the original price? 20 rupees. Okay, and what has been shown? Quantity demanded in kg, and the formula of calculating the elasticity of demand has been given. When the original price is rupees 20, quantity demanded is 10 kgs. Okay, and when the original price is 20, quantity demanded is 10 kg. And when the price increases and becomes rupees 25, quantity demanded decreases from 10 kg to 9 kg. And how to calculate the change in quantity demanded, percentage change in quantity demanded, how to calculate the elasticity of demand for that specific commodity which decreased by 1 kg when the price changed by 5 rupees. How to calculate it? See, the formula has been given. Elasticity of demand is equal to delta Q upon Q into P upon delta P. Okay, see, originally the price was rupees 20, and now the price is rupees 25. Okay, see, what is the difference in the price? 5 rupees. So delta P, that is change in price, is equal to 5. That is the difference between new and original price. Okay. What is the change in demand? See, original quantity demanded was 10, and what is the new quantity demanded is 9. Okay. So what is the change in quantity demanded? It is 1. That is difference between new and old. That is 10 minus 9. That is change in quantity demanded is 1 kg only. Okay, so how to calculate the elasticity of demand? See, change in quantity demanded divided by original quantity into change in price into price upon change in price. Okay, so what is change in quantity demanded? 1 kg divided by original quantity 10 kg into original price 20 divided by change in price, that is 5. Okay, so it is the answer of this, it is 0.4. So elasticity of demand is equal to 0.4. So 0.4 is less than 1. Okay, it is less than 1. So what is the elasticity of demand for this example? It means elasticity of demand is relatively inelastic, that is less flexible, means less elastic or less responsive. What we can say, the demand is less flexible. Okay, it is less elastic, less responsive with reference to the change in price. Okay, see, what does this mean? When the price changes by rupees 5, quantity demanded decreases only by 1 unit. Okay, whereas the price change in price is by 5 rupees, quantity demanded is 1. So quantity demanded doesn't vary so much. Okay, doesn't change so much, it is inflexible. Okay, it is less flexible. Okay, it is less responsive, it doesn't respond much. When the price changes more, it doesn't respond much, only it decreases by 1 kg. The difference is only of 1 kg. Okay, so we can say for this example, the elasticity of demand is less flexible. Okay, it is not moving much. Okay, it is less elastic or less responsive. Okay, let's take another example. When the price is rupees 20 and quantity demanded is 10 kg, and when the price increases and becomes rupees 30, the quantity demanded decreases and becomes 5 kg only. Okay, so how to calculate? See, original price is rupees 20, new price is rupees 30. Okay, so what is the difference in the price? Rupees 10. delta P is equal to 10 rupees is the difference in the price. Original quantity demanded was 10. New quantity demanded is 5. So what is the change in the quantity demanded? 5. That is 10 minus 5. So how to calculate the price elasticity of demand for this example? See, we have to put up the values in the formula. Okay, in the formula calculating elasticity of demand, that is delta Q, that is change in quantity demanded is 5 upon Q, that is original quantity, that is 10, into P, that is original price 20, and delta P, that is what is the change in the price, 10 rupees. Okay, earlier was 20, now it is 30. What is, we have to just consider the change. Okay, delta means change in quantity and change in price. So original price 20 upon change in price rupees 10. Okay, so if we solve this illustration, then we will get elasticity of demand is equal to 1. Okay, see, it is very easy. So when the elasticity of demand is equal to 1, what does this mean? It means elasticity of demand is unitary elastic. Okay, it is unitary. Why? Here, while calculating price elasticity of demand, we always calculate the elasticity of demand, or we always compare the elasticity of demand with the number 1. Okay, we compare it with the 1 number. So when we compare it with the 1, elasticity of demand was 1 only. Okay, but when we compared in the earlier illustration, earlier example, when it was elasticity of demand was less than 1. Okay, 0.4 we compared it with 1, that was less than 1. Okay, less than 1 means less flexible. Okay, and when it is more than 1, when it is equal to 1, same as 1, because we compare it to 1, it is unitary elastic. Okay, unitary means same, equal. Okay, now next example, when original price is 20 rupees, quantity demanded is 10 kgs, and when the price increases to rupees 25, quantity demanded decreases to 5 units. Okay, now see, change in price is 5 rupees and quantity demanded changes 5 rupees only. Okay, now see what happens. Original price is 20, new price is 25. So what is the change in price? 5. What is the change in quantity demanded? 5. Or what was original quantity? 10. So what new quantity demanded is 5. So what is the change in quantity demanded? 5 only. So after putting up the values here, okay, delta Q upon Q, that is 5 upon 10, into P upon delta P, that is 20 upon 5. Okay, so we get, after solving this, we get elasticity. The answer is 2. Okay, so elasticity of demand we get is equal to 2 number. Okay, so we have to compare this number 2 with the number 1. Okay, so 2 is bigger than 1. So elasticity of demand is greater than 1. Okay, and when the elasticity of demand is greater than 1, we call it as more flexible or more elastic or more responsive. It means the elasticity of demand is relatively elastic. Okay, it was relatively elastic, and the first one was relatively inelastic. When it is relatively elastic, what does this mean? See, with the change in the price, quantity demanded changes or varies with a great extent. Okay, with a great degree, with a great measure. Okay, so we call, say it is a very elastic, more elastic, comparatively or relatively elastic. Okay, the change in price quantity demanded is more, okay, bigger than the change in the price. Okay, then that's why it is called as more flexible or relatively elastic demand. Okay, this was the price elasticity is measured by the this method. Okay, now while using percentage method of measuring price elasticity of demand, we must keep following points in our mind. See, value of elasticity of demand is negative because of the negative slope of the demand curve we have seen. Okay, with the increase in the price, quantity demanded decreases. So always the slope is negative. Okay, so the value of elasticity of demand is negative because of the negative slope of demand curve. But for the sake of simplicity or for the sake of solving the problems, we ignore that negative sign. Okay, and we consider it as a positive. And price elasticity of demand is a pure number. It does not depend upon units in which price of the commodity and its quantity are measured. Okay, it is a pure number. Now let's go to the second method of measuring price elasticity of demand. Okay, that is total expenditure method. Okay, this is a different method than the ratio or percentage method. Okay, see how it is different. See here how we have, what we have to consider. See, this method was also developed by Professor Marshall, Alfred Marshall. In this method, what is considered, what is given in the name, total expenditure method. Okay, see, in this method, total amount of expenditure before and after the price change is compared. See, what is considered over here, what is taken into account, what is taken into consideration, change in the expenditure. Okay, total amount of expenditure is considered. Okay, and change in the expenditure after change in the price. Okay, or before change in the price, how much was the expenditure at specific price. Okay, and how much of expenditure changed when the price changed. Okay, so here expenditure is considered. Okay, expenditure on specific consuming specific goods. Okay, expenditure on consuming the goods only. Okay, and how expenditure is calculated, what is meant by expenditure. Okay, the another word for expenditure is outlay. Okay, to outlay means to give away. How do we calculate the expenditure on anything, on any commodity, any goods? It is very simple. How much do we pay for purchasing something? That is the price of that commodity into how much of commodities we have consumed, or how much of commodities we have purchased, right? That much we always pay, that much we always expend, okay, for purchasing something, for buying something, for consuming something. The price of that commodity into the number of commodities we have purchased. Okay, so it is the total expenditure. It is the product or multiplication. Product means multiplication of price and quantity demanded. Okay, so it is the total expenditure is equal to price into quantity demanded. In this connection, Marshall has given the following propositions. Okay, Marshall has given some different propositions over here. Means different possibilities are there. Okay, probabilities are there. Different probabilities Marshall has given. Okay, so what is considered over here? Total expenditure is considered. Okay, with the change in the price. Okay, how much of we have totally expend for consuming the specific commodity, that is considered over here. Okay, so total expenditure method, while considering total expenditure method, there are three propositions. Okay, or there are three possibilities. What are these three propositions? Relatively elastic demand, when the elasticity of demand is greater than 1. Unitary elastic demand, when the elasticity of demand is equal to 1. And relatively inelastic demand, when the elasticity of demand is less than 1. Okay, so let's see. First is relatively elastic demand. Okay, when we call it is something is relatively elastic or relatively flexible, the demand for the commodity is relatively flexible, relatively stretchable. The demand is very much stretchable, comparatively stretchable. That is called as relatively elastic demand. Okay, when with a given change in the price of a commodity, total outlay increases. Outlay means expenses, okay, or expenditure. When with the change in the price of commodity, total expenditure increases, elasticity of demand is greater than 1. Okay, and what is unitary elastic demand? When price falls or rises, total expenditure does not change, or total expenditure always remains constant with the change in price, that is whether the price falls or rise. Nevertheless, okay, elasticity of demand is equal to 1. It is not at all flexible. Okay, it remains same. Okay, it does not affect the quantity demanded. Okay, with the change in the price doesn't affect the quantity demanded, then we call it as a unitary elastic demand. Okay, but then elasticity of demand is equal to 1, because we compare elasticity of demand with the number 1. So it is unitary, exactly the 1. And the third is relatively inelastic demand. Okay, when we say something is inelastic, it is not flexible, okay, it is not stretchable, then we call it as a relatively inelastic, okay, static we can call, or plastic we can call. When with a given change in price of a commodity, total expenditure decreases. Okay, elasticity of demand is less than 1. Okay, that is elasticity of demand is less than 1. See, this total expenditure method can be explained with the help of the example, given example. Okay, see, this is the example. See, total 6 columns has been given in this example. Okay, this is just take this as an example. See, what is shown in the first column? Different price. First column is again divided into two sub columns. That is, for three types of commodities, three commodities has been shown, A, B and C. Okay, three commodities has been shown and the prices of those commodities has been given. Okay, and quantity demanded in units for those different commodities has been given. Okay, quantity demanded in units in second column. And in third column, total expenditure made on that commodity. Which commodity? Total expenditure on A commodity, B commodity and C commodity. Okay, total outlay or total expenditure method has been shown. What is the total expenditure? Price of that commodity into quantity demanded, that is the total expenditure on any commodity, right? See, when purchasing something from the market, what do we do? How much do we pay to the shopkeeper? The price of that commodity into number of quantities we have purchased. Number of quantity of that commodity we have purchased, that is the total expenditure on that commodity. It is the same as it is. Okay. So it is the total outlay or expenditure, price of the commodity into quantity demanded of the commodity. Okay. And in column 4, what has been shown? Elasticity of demand has been shown. Okay. What is the elasticity of demand with the given prices? Okay. Then what is the analysis, how we can call it as? Okay, for that elasticity of demand which is shown symbolically, okay, in column number 4 which is shown as symbolically, how do we call it? That is given on column number 5. Okay, and it is explained with the help of directions in column number 6, that is direction of change. Now see, when there are three examples has been given for A commodity, B commodity and C commodity. Okay, this can be explained with the help of this example. Now see, total expenditure method. Okay, for the commodity A. Okay, in example A, what happens? See, what is the original price? Original price is rupees 10 per unit and quantity demanded is 6 units. Therefore, total expenditure incurred is 60, 10 rupees and 6 commodities, that is total expenditure is 60 rupees earlier. Okay. When the price rises to rupees 20, what happens? Quantity demanded falls to 5 units, that we have seen in law of demand. Okay. With the increase in the price, quantity demanded decreases. When the price increases from rupees 10 to rupees 20, quantity demanded falls from 6 units to 5 units. Okay. But what happens? The total expenditure incurred is rupees 100. Earlier total expenditure was rupees 60. After consuming 5 units, that the lesser units also, the total expenditure is increasing. Okay. See, what does this? There is increase in the price results in the increase in the total outlay also. Okay. So what is this? Hence, there are changes in the outlay in the same direction of the changes in the price. See, price is increasing, total expenditure is also increasing. What does this mean? Changes in the expenditure are in the same direction in the change with the changes in the price. Okay, that is, so there is direct relationship between price and quantity demanded. Okay, so in this example, elasticity of demand is lesser than 1. Okay, it is less than 1, that is relatively inelastic demand, which takes place in case of necessary goods like salt, milk, medicines, etc. See, how you should remember, but remember, in your book this has been, there is a printing mistake given over here. Okay, it has been shown elasticity of demand greater than 1, but actually it should be elasticity of demand lesser than 1 for a commodity. Okay, see, why we call it it is relatively inelastic. See, how much is the change in the price? See, with the change in the price, okay, what happens? Total expenditure also, see, in price is increasing, right? With the increase in the price, total expenditures is also increasing. So, see, here, the direction of changing in the prices, if it is upward, quantity demand, see, that is the total expenditure also upward in the same direction. Means increase in the price, increase in the total expenditure, okay, decrease in the price, decrease in the total expenditure, okay. See, it has been shown in the sixth column, okay. In the direction of price and total outlay is same, okay, whether when both are changing upward or both are changing downward. So there is a direct relationship between price and quantity demanded. In this case, the elasticity of demand is considered to be relatively inelastic, okay. And how it is shown symbolically, ed, that is elasticity of demand, is less than 1, okay. See, when it happens, see, with the increase in the price also, the necessity goods or essential goods like salt, milk, medicines, do we consume less? No. Even though the price increases, see, those are very necessary. Medicines are very necessary. Milk and salt are also very necessary for living the life. So, even though the price increases, we consume the same quantity, right? Or we just consume a little lesser quantity. But even though we consume a little lesser quantity, there is change in the outlay or change in the expenditure which is higher, okay. So that this happens in the case of necessity goods, okay. So necessity goods, the elasticity is lesser, okay, because we have to pay, we have to buy, okay, we cannot live without them because those are the essential goods. So for the essential goods, elasticity is lesser, okay, elasticity is not much flexible, okay, we compulsory we have to buy them. So for these goods, okay, when with the increase in the price, there is increase in the quantity demanded, elasticity of demand is called to be lesser than one, that is relatively inelastic demand. Okay. Now, for the commodity B, okay, in example B, see, the original price is rupees 30, okay, and the quantity demanded is 4 units, okay. So the total expenditure is 30 into 4 is 120 rupees, okay. But when the price increases and becomes 40 rupees, quantity demanded decreases obviously and becomes 3 units, okay. So when we consume the 3 units with the price rupees 40, the total expenditure remains same, that is 120 rupees only, okay. So elasticity of demand, they remain, there is no change. With the increase or decrease in the price results in no change in the total outlay, there is no change at all in the total expenditure. Hence, in this case, total outlay is same or equal to the original expenditure. So, in this example, elasticity of demand is said to be 1. Okay, elasticity of demand is equal to 1 because we compare it with 1. So, equal to 1, that is unitary elastic demand. Okay, it is exactly moving in 1, okay, which takes place in case of irrelated or normal goods like clothing. Okay, see, for example, if we go to the market and we have taken 500 rupees in our pocket, okay, money purse or wallet, okay. So whether there is change in the price of the clothing, whether it would have increased or decreased, we have decided to pay or we have decided to spend 500 rupees only, okay, in the market for buying the clothes, okay. So whether it has increased, it has become a specific t-shirt, earlier it was rupees 250 and now it has become rupees 500, okay, we will purchase one. Or from 500, if it would have become rupees 250, we will purchase two, but we will spend the same amount, okay. With whether it is increasing the price or whether it is decreasing the price, whatever we have how much of money we have taken in the market, we will pay or spend the same amount, okay. So it is never less with the change in the price, okay. So when it happens with the irrelated or normal goods, okay, not essential goods, normal goods like clothing and all, okay. So elasticity of demand is 1, that is unitary elastic, okay. So what has been shown, see, in the column number 6, with whatever may be the change in the price, or whatever maybe the change in the price, whether it will be increasing or decreasing, quantity demanded remains, or total outlay remains the same. Okay. Now let's go to the third case. Okay, that is in example C. What happens? See, original price is rupees 50 rupees. Okay, and the quantity demanded is 2 units. So the total expenditure incurred is rupees 100. Okay, but when the price rises to rupees 60, quantity demanded falls and it becomes 1. Okay, so what is the total expenditure when the price becomes 60 and quantity demanded becomes 1? Total expenditure is rupees 60. 60 into 1 is 60. So what happens? See, when the price increases, the total expenditure decreases. Okay, with the increase in the price, total expenditure decreases. Okay, so increase in the price results in decrease in the total outlay. Okay, so what happens? There are changes in the outlay, that is quantity demanded, or there are changes in the expenditure in the opposite or inverse direction of the change in the price. Why? With the increase in the price, there is decrease in the total expenditure. Okay, so there is opposite or inverse relationship between price and expenditure, that is there is indirect relationship between price and total expenditure. Okay, so in this example, elasticity of demand is greater than 1. Okay, ED is greater than 1, that is relatively elastic demand. Demand is called to be relatively elastic, which takes place in case of the luxury goods or comfort goods. Okay, see, why we call it for the luxury goods or comfort good, it is elasticity of demand is greater than 1. See, when the price increases, do we purchase the luxury goods or comfort goods much? No. Okay, so with the increase in the price, total expenditure incurred on the luxury goods or comfort goods decreases. Okay, because those are not the essential goods or necessity goods. Okay, so the expenditure on comfort goods or luxury goods decreases with the increase in the price. Okay, total expenditure decreases. So there is vast difference, okay, in the demand. Okay, there is vast difference in the demand when the price increases for the comfort goods. Okay, because those are not very much necessary. Okay, so the demand for the comfort goods is very elastic. Okay, we can call it as very flexible, or it is stretchable. Okay, so we call it as a relatively elastic demand. So what happens with, look at the column number 6. With the increase in the price, there is decrease in the quantity, decrease in the total expenditure. Okay, or with the decrease in the price, there is increase in the total expenditure. Okay, so this is called relatively elastic demand. Okay, for comfort goods, relatively inelastic demand for necessity goods. Okay, the change, there is not much, how you can remember this, there is not much change. Okay, for the medicines, always remember, for relatively inelastic, okay, always remember the example of medicines. Okay, there is not much change in the expenditure on the medicine even if the price increases. Okay, a little change. Okay, and for the clothing, how much we have taken in the market, we spend it, whether that is increase in the price or decrease in the price, because those are the normal goods. Okay, it is, demand is unitary. Okay, and for the comfort goods or the luxury goods, with the increase in the price, there is decrease in the total expenditure. Okay, because those are not very much necessary, so there is a comparatively big difference in the quantity demanded. Okay, that's why it is called as relatively elastic. Big difference, it is very stretchable. Demand, we can call it as very stretchable or comparatively flexible when with the comfort goods. Okay, so for the relatively elastic demand, if you remember just the comfort goods, okay, or the luxury goods, okay, we can, it is very easy for you to remember the things. Okay, so with this we have completed total expenditure method. Okay, now find out, this is the homework for you. As the price of peanut packets increases by 5%, okay, peanut packet increases by 5%. What is peanut? You can consider them as a groundnut also. Okay. When it increases by 5%, the demand for number of peanut packets falls by 8%. Okay. See, when the price of the peanut packets increases by 5%, the demand, the consumer consumes or purchases 8% lesser than earlier. Okay, so what is the elasticity of demand for the peanut packet, for the groundnut packet? Okay, use the formula, same formula to calculate the elasticity of demand, that is percentage change in quantity demanded upon percentage change in price. With the change in the change in the price, what is the percentage change in the quantity demanded? Okay, that is price elasticity of demand. In our next lecture, we will see point method or geometric method for calculating or measuring price elasticity of demand. Thank you.